Welcome back everyone, hope you're doing well. Now in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some Poppy Playtime characters and rank them on a tier list based off their chances of appearing in Poppy Playtime Chapter 6. Now before we start, I do just want to say, obviously the Prototype, Poppy Playtime, and the Doctor are not going to be on this tier list because they're obviously coming back, alright? Everything else though, I think that's fair game. So we're going to start off with Huggy Wuggy himself. Now, I don't think Huggy's coming back, I'm going to be honest. I think Huggy Wuggy's dead, all right? Some people are like, oh, he has crazy endurance. He fell off that ledge, he's like walking around. But like, he was literally walking around without an arm, with like his guts and stuff hanging out. Like, Huggy is not coming back, dude. Like, he's suffered enough. He was on the edge. He was pretty much about to die, right? Well, maybe not like literally, but like, let's pretend, all right? You're walking along, no arm, your guts are hanging out, all that jazz. And then you get stabbed, you're probably not surviving that, right? Like, let's be 100% real for a second. I don't think Huggy's making it back. Now, obviously, he's the face of the game and all that jazz, but like, he got stabbed. I don't know. I'm going to put him in C tier. Realistically, I should be putting him in like D tier, but because he is Huggy Wuggy, like the face of the game, they might have him come back, but I really don't think they're going to do that because it's going to kind of take away all the emotional value that his death had, right? So I don't think he's coming back in Chapter 6. Someone that I do think is coming back in Chapter 6 is PJ Pug-a-Pillar. Now, he is not dead, all right? Some people think that, he's dead because we saw him on the shrine in Chapter 3, but that's not true. That's not him. That's a different one. But the PJ Pug-a-Pillar from Chapter 2 is still alive, and I'm pretty sure, 95% sure the devs confirmed it. So he's fair game, right? If anyone was to come back, it would be him, right? Because if they need a new villain to, I guess, fight the player, right? He's going to be one of them. Like, they're either going to bring back some characters that, like, I mean, there's another character on here that they can use, that they should use in Chapter 6 instead of making a new character, and PJ Pug-a-Pillar is one of them. I'm going to put him in A tier, though, because I don't know. They might not have him appear. The devs did say he's not dead, but they might not have him appear. So we're going to put him in A tier. Next up, though, we have Doey, and I'm going to be honest. Yeah, he's not coming back. He's staying dead. I recently did a hot takes video, and a lot of people were saying that, oh, he's just frozen, he's not actually dead. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Doey's dead. Let's be real, dude. Like, maybe he's coming back, right? Maybe. But that would just... Actually, now that I think about it, he might come back. Out of like all the dead characters, he does have a decent chance of coming back. But at the same time, like, that, I feel like that would mess up the story. You get what I'm saying? Like, because most deaths have a satisfying death. You get what I'm saying? In Poppy Playtime. Except for the Doctor, but he's coming back. So, like, Doey, his death, like, it felt not right, but it felt like that's how he was supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? It felt like that was the end of his story. But I am going to put Doey in D tier because of how popular he is and all the fan theories and all that jazz. So we're going to put him into D tier. And we're going to move on to Braun. Now, I don't know. They've been doing, like, Braun appeared in the first game, and they could have made him, like, I guess a villain, not a villain, like an antagonist, right? Kind of like Yarnaby or Mr. Light or whatever. They could have had him like that in any of these games, and they didn't, It would be cool, right? It would be really cool. I mean, he did appear in Chapter 5, but, like, that's not really the same thing. So is he going to appear in Chapter 6? I doubt it, dude. Is he going to get mentioned? Probably, but, like, getting an actual Braun, I just don't think it's going to happen. I mean, unless we go back to the room with the giant Braun from Chapter 5, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we're going to put him into E tier. And we're going to move on to Lily Lovebraids. Now, hear me out on this one. She might not be dead, which is crazy, it's insane, but hear me out, right? Hair, I'm pretty sure hair doesn't stop growing after death. And I've seen a lot of concepts, right, of her coming back in Chapter 6, but like, she's dead, but her hair is independent. Her hair is kind of just like walking around doing stuff for her. And that would be a really, really cool thing for them to do. And I feel like they're going to do it because, like, the hair seemed to be having like a mind of its own in Chapter 6, kind of. It kind of had a mind of its own. So I honestly do feel like Lily Lovebraids is going to return. And it would make for like an interesting antagonist, right? Kind of just have her like imagine like having her hair dragging her dead body along, chasing you in vents. Like, that would be peak, dude. That would be peak. I really do feel like they're going to do that. I'm going to put her in B tier though, because she is dead. So there is, a smaller chance of her reappearing, but I do think she's going to be in Chapter 6. Next up, though, is the GOAT CatNap. Now, hear me out on this one. Hear me out, all right? Yeah, no, he's not coming back. I'm just kidding. Like, it would be insane. But because the Prototype has CatNap's, like, red smoke thing, I don't think he's coming back. Like, Yeah, he got electrocuted, he got set on fire, and then he got stabbed by the prototype. There's no way he's coming back. It would be insane for him to somehow come back, right? There's literally no way I see them bringing back CatNap, and if they do, it's just not gonna feel right. Because like I said earlier, kind of with Doey, his story's complete. You know, he's done. He's done. I guess like Mommy Longlegs too. You know, like they can't bring them back. Their stories feel complete. You know what I'm saying? Lily Lovebraids didn't really feel complete, right? But CatNap and Doey and stuff, and Huggies too, their stories feel complete. I'm gonna have to put CatNap into F tier. I honestly do not see him returning in chapter 6. Next up though, we have Chum. Now, this might sound, you can call me crazy, you can call me schizo, I don't care. For some reason, I have a feeling that Chum is not returning in chapter 6. I honestly have absolutely zero clue why I don't think he's returning. It's just like a gut feeling, I guess you could say. Which I know he's gonna return. It's just like he didn't. I don't know. It's just weird. Like the only reason I feel like he's not gonna return is, like I said, just a gut feeling. I know he's gonna return. He's not dead. There's no way he doesn't return. But if he somehow doesn't return in chapter 6, I guess you gotta like or subscribe or something. I don't know. But you know, you should just subscribe anyways to see more content and all that jazz. But let's move on with Giblet. Now, Giblet's coming back, right? He's not dead. We saw him at the very end of chapter 6. He pretty much saved the player, I think. So there's no way he is not returning in chapter 6. So we're gonna put him into S tier. All right. Next up, we have Daddy Longlegs. Now, I feel like I'm pretty sure he exists in a lore, right? But we haven't seen him, and we don't know if he's like an actual like character or if he's just like a toy they made. You know what I'm saying? Not a character. We don't know if he's actually like a bigger bodies experiment, right? So if they were going to add him, they're probably, I mean, obviously they got to do it in chapter 6. Now, do I think we're going to add him? Probably not, right? Like, there's just, I don't know. I would bet against it. Would it be cool to see him? Of course, it would be really cool actually to see him. It would be really interesting, I guess, to see him, but he probably would have been with like Mommy Longlegs or something in chapter 2, and he wasn't. So he's probably not going to be in chapter 6. So, you know what? I'm actually going to put him into E tier, and we're going to move on to Killy Willy. Now, hear me out. I know he's a Project Playtime skin, right? But they're releasing a line of like Poppy Playtime toys. I think McFarlane is, and Killy Willy is one of them. Now, call me a schizo again, but why would they be releasing him as a toy before like literally any other character? Why would they make Killy Willy instead of any other character? Like they made the Doctor, they made Huggy, and they made Kissy, but like it would have been decently easy, I think, to make like, okay, maybe not decently easy, but like we're getting Killy Willy as a toy. It doesn't make sense. So I think there might be a chance of him coming out in chapter 6. And also, they're probably gonna need a replacement for Huggy, I guess. And Killy Willy could be a unique like take on that, I guess, right? Because he looks evil, right? Like this could be a really evil thing, I guess, that the prototype has like locked away in the basement, and then he like releases it on us in chapter 6. So call me schizo, call me crazy, but I'm putting him into B tier. I do not care. I do not care. He's going into B tier. I really do feel like he's going to be in chapter 6, which is crazy. I know, like, this sounds crazy, but we'll see. I guess we'll see whenever chapter 6 is out. Next up, though, we have Boxy Boo, my goat. Now, everyone loves Boxy Boo, I think. He, you know, for not being in the game, he is a pretty popular character. So, like, well, I guess this is the same for all the other characters that haven't appeared in the game, but if he's ever going to be in Poppy Playtime, like as an actual, like, boss or enemy, or, you know, it's going to need to be chapter 6. Now, I've seen a lot of people saying that he's like marked dead, but like just because there's an X, like on like a wall, there's like an X over him or something. But like, I don't know, that's kind of dumb. Like just pretty much thinking that a character is never going to return because a single wall says something is kind of dumb. Let's be real. All right. Now, if like Poppy or something said, oh, we watched Doey defeated Boxy Boo or some junk, then okay. But like, as far as we know, that didn't happen. And I might be a bit hopeful, all right? I might be taking too much hopium, but he's going into A tier. I need to see my goat in chapter 6. I need him so bad. Not in a gay way, though. Next up, though, we have Pianosaurus, all right? Now, he appeared in chapter 4. He was an Easter egg in chapter 5. I'm pretty sure he's going to be at least an Easter egg in chapter 6, but I'm not going to count that. Will he be an enemy in chapter 6? I think he might, or at least not, obviously not the Pianosaurus, but like another one might make it in chapter 6 just because of how much the community loves him. But then again, he might just be a joke. Like he might just be a joke character. So I'm going to go ahead and say, I think he has the same chance of being in chapter 6 as Huggy Wuggy, right? as like an actual enemy. You know, obviously, like I said, he's going to be an Easter egg, but as an actual enemy, I think there's a 50-50 chance. And that is going to be the end of today's video. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, maybe hype the video, all that jazz. I really do appreciate it. But in case you don't do that, in case I don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.